If I needed to make an extra $5,000 this summer,
I have the best side hustle, especially if you're an introvert.
Yeah, I made $1,000 last month.
I made over $2,000 this month.
A few years ago, it's like the internet discovered a cheat code. Why work one job when you can make all this money while you sleep? Every scroll promised another opportunity. Start an Etsy shop, flip furniture, sell digital products, drive Uber, deliver food, become an Amazon seller, print on demand, affiliate marketing, Airbnb, drop shipping, faceless YouTube. The message was everywhere. And if you weren't building a side hustle, you felt like you were falling behind. The promise was simple. Work your normal job, come home, put in an extra few hours, and eventually you never have to work a job again.
The reason I was able to quit my $100,000 salary job.
I made the most I ever have made in my sleep. Last night I made $151.65.
The average millionaire has roughly 7 streams of income.
This is the easiest side hustle I have ever done. It has changed everything for me. Anyone can do this from their phone, anywhere, anytime.
Here's my boy Randy, that's in my one-on-one. He's done over 240K in the first 12 days of June. Here's my boy Hubert, who's done over $1 million in the last 30 days. $42,000 on the first day.
And for a while, it actually worked. People really were making money online, and it looked like everyone was getting rich. But then, something started changing. The same internet that created the side hustle dream started creating millions of competitors.
Etsy is so oversaturated right now.
Sales have absolutely screeched to a gosh darn halt for me.
My sales have slowed down and I don't know what to do.
Uber's dead in 2026.
Driving DoorDash is just not worth it.
Because the more people that chased that same dream, the harder it became to stand out. And for a lot of people, the side hustle started feeling a lot like another job.
It's Monday night. I have lots of canvases to be packaged up and sent out.
The money wasn't the only thing people were chasing. Every extra sale meant another package, another customer, another late night, and eventually there wasn't much time left.
For 3 weeks, I've had almost no day off.
I think I've been burnt out without even realizing it.
I've been hustling in my digital marketing business for like 8 months and now I'm quitting. Like I'm done. I'm done with all the shit. I'm done with all the freaking hustling.
The hustle and grind culture was literally killing me.
I made the decision this week to step away from one of my side hustles.
I'm just fucking tired. My fucking heart is tired. Like I just feel like my soul is exhausted.
The dream never really disappeared. It just became harder than anyone expected.
If you're an Uber driver, I need you to listen to what I'm gonna tell you right now. Stop it. Stop what you're doing. It's not good anymore. It's garbage. You could literally go and work minimum wage in a third world country, and you'll be better off than Uber and Lyft driving. And I'm not just talking about the financials. I'm talking about the toll that it takes on your mental health and your psyche. Okay, there's nothing more degrading. Maybe the Good Feet store is a little bit more degrading. Let me just, God damn it. Okay, you know what? There we go. The Good Feet store is a little bit more degrading. Okay. I spent 45 minutes just to tell you need $2,500. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. Uber and Lyft driving is hot garbage from Pasadena, California to LAX. It's only going to pay you $22. And then you got people that basically want to spit you in your face. Nine months it's been since I full-time Uber Lyft drove. Okay, it's not good. Be free, little birdies. Be free.
That's how we found ourselves in the gig economy, where everyone has a side hustle trying to make ends meet, because working harder at one job doesn't matter. You have to earn more by monetizing your hobbies, picking up shifts on the weekend, or becoming an influencer as of recent years. The gig economy is also so popular because in our individualistic society, side hustles carry the promise of a personal escape from the system straight to success. The idea behind all of it being that if you're coordinated enough, you can bootstrap your way out of 2 jobs and ultimately into achievement. In truth, however, the side hustle life isn't all it's cracked up to be. Because as much as Uber wants to sell you on the allure of individualism by being an independent contractor, making your own hours and working for your own money, the reality is that they're just finding ways to avoid giving you health benefits, job security, disability coverage, and a pension.
I feel like the gig economy has taught a whole bunch of people that they can do jobs that they really have no business doing. And right now I'm specifically talking about Uber drivers. I have been a consistent Uber user for over a decade now. I've been using Uber for the past few years almost exclusively to get home from work late at night because there is no other safe or efficient option for me to do so. I use it about a quarter of the time to go to work when I am in a time crunch. And over the past few years, my Uber experience has steadily declined. And I will say that about 90% of the time, I am paired with Uber drivers who are clearly anxious to be driving in a major metropolitan area, meaning they are white knuckling the steering wheel and are making some risky choices and risky driving behaviors. Drivers who clearly have no knowledge of the city in which they are driving and want to exclusively rely on the GPS even when it becomes clear that the route that they are being guided to take is very inefficient or sometimes even weird. Drivers who do not like and are sometimes even offended when the passenger tries to guide them towards a more efficient route. Drivers who don't understand English, cannot speak English, often both. And drivers who are just so deep in their bones lazy that they want the passenger to do more work than the passenger should have to do. And I really try to curb my frustration in these situations, except for with the last category. If you're lazy, you can go to hell. But for everybody else, I recognize that the gig economy has really trapped a lot of people. I know that there is a low barrier to entry for being an Uber driver. And I know that for many different groups of people, being an Uber driver is the best way to gain steady income, right? And I want everyone to be able to take care of themselves. I want everyone to be able to take care of themselves and their families. But my God, sometimes it is just so deeply frustrating and nerve-wracking. It is nerve-wracking to be in a car with someone who is clearly not comfortable driving in the area in which you're driving, meaning like a downtown area. It is nerve-wracking when you recognize that the driver is taking an inefficient route and you try to guide them or ask, would you mind turning here or turning here? And then you quickly realize that they can't understand you and they cannot communicate with you. That is a dangerous situation. And I can't even tell you how many drivers I've had, and they're always men, who cop an attitude when I try to direct them on a better route, a more efficient route. And when I say direct them, I'm not saying bossing them around. I always try to phrase these things in the form of a question. Would you mind turning here? Or would you mind taking this street? Right? And so many times it's just such a negative response. And I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. And then it finally dawned on me that it might be a cultural issue for some of these men. Some of these men likely come from cultures where women are not supposed to direct a man. And then I can't even tell you how many times I've had drivers who refuse to pick me up or drop me off where they are supposed to. And again, I understand that GPS is often wonky and it can show the pickup or drop off location as being somewhere where it's actually not. But that's not what I'm talking about. And generally those drivers will identify that. I'm talking about the drivers who want to drop you off a block and a half before your actual destination because they want to hurry up and move on to the next passenger. Or the drivers who will speed past you and stop 2 or even 3 blocks away, message you that, oh, I'm here, right? Instead of just going around the block or actually coming to pick you up. And then when I get to the car and I'm like, why did you stop all the way up here? And they're like, oh, I was just going too fast, haha. Oh, I just didn't see you, haha. Didn't the GPS tell you that's where you're supposed to stop? I had one of the most bizarre Uber experiences tonight on the way home, and I will spare the details because it's a long ass story, but I'm just frustrated. Maybe it's time to buy a car again. I don't know, but I don't think it solves the problem. I mean, it'll solve it for me personally, but I don't think it solves it for anyone else. And I know that I cannot be the only person experiencing this.
That's crazy. And this guy's gonna talk about how gig work can exploit you.
So I've been Grubhubbing lately since I lost my job back in November. And the exploitative nature of gig work is kind of crazy. And it's like I've always known that it's been there, but I experienced something today, and I was like, man, this is kind of, it's a wicked game that we're all playing. This is what I'm saying, like, there is no other way. Revolution is the only way, because the games, all economy work games, and I call them games, they're not jobs. We don't go to jobs, we go to games. These are games we play for the rich. So this gig game that we play is so exploitative, right? So if you're on Grubhub, you know that, and you drive, you know you have like partner, pro, premier, like your 3 different levels. And premier is like crazy because you gotta like keep it at like above 95% acceptance rates. Which, by the way, fuck all you gig people between 2015 and today, because I used to drive for DoorDash way back in the day. And back then, those apps used to have like $10 and $5 minimums. And then now they have these little program systems, right? So it's like, if you accept 95%, you know, there's a couple other things you got to keep, you know, make sure you're on time to places. Think your on time rate's got to be high, and your scheduling rate's got to be super high too, right? If you're basically an employee for Grubhub, they give you the privilege of setting your own availability. And like Grubhub will then like make a schedule for you based around your availability, like literally. If you make yourself a slave of Grubhub, they give you the privilege of being their employee, right? But the way that it works on the opposite end is fucked, right? Because it's gig work, right? I'm not your employee. I show up when I can. I work when I can. Like, that's the idea. It's a gig, okay? But if you want to do it that way, right? And so you don't accept a lot of these offers. A lot of these offers are shit, right? They'll want you to drive 10, 12 miles for like $3, right? Like I said, back in the day, there was a $5 minimum. So like you weren't going, and if you had to go 0.1 miles, you were getting paid at least $5, right? That was way back when a lot of these gig apps first came out. And if you want to treat it like a gig, you get penalized, because this week I dropped so the 3 levels are Premier, Pro, and Partner. And so I was at the Pro level. But, you know, sometime like last week and a half ago, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't care about trying to get Premier, like whatever. Because a lot of these drives are shit, and you'll end up going over, like you'll get a bunch, but they're like so much and for so little that you're like barely cracking sometimes $20 an hour, maybe, right? And so I dropped this week from the Pro to the Partner level, and I've just been sitting like around like, man, I feel like I'm not getting any orders. And so I looked into it, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Most of the orders go to Premier and Pro. So the people who want to work like a slave, right? And it's funny because they had this at my last job. I was a taxi driver. It's like they want you to do more for the privilege of being an employee. And I want you to know, like, this is how they think about it. I don't care what Mark said about it. I don't care what you think about it. This is how the people who control the game, like, these aren't jobs. We go to games every day. What game are you playing today? I play the Grubhub game. Are you playing the whatever game, you know, office game? You're playing the construction game? It's all games. It's all games, because everything is about exploitation. And that is the way that this country was founded. And we keep pretending every day that we play these games, every day that we pretend that it's not that, is every day that the games become more powerful. So we talk about this more in the Underground Railroad. Click the link in the bio. So donate what you want. You can join for as little as $1 a month or $66 lifetime. But something to think about.
Boy, that's wild. And this guy's gonna tell you the truth. Why you need to wake up, man? Watch this.
You're still out here doing it full time, let me know in the comments, but it's getting rough. Go ahead and figure your situation out. Or if, you know, you might got other situations with money coming in and just still works good out with you, cool. But if you're actually doing this full time, and this is the only thing you have bringing in the money, go get you a part-time job. Or go get you a full-time job, because gig work is dying. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all watch a lot of other gig workers, and you're starting to see either they were full-time and now they're part-time now.
I've been doing Instacart full-time for almost a year now. I'm at the point where like I need to get a real job because the whole map is lit up. You go to the area that's lit up and there's no order. Like, how am I supposed to depend on this?
What happens when Uber says, okay, no more drivers? We're cutting drivers. What happens when they say we're cutting Uber Eats delivery people? People in this economy are too dependent on gig work. Uber Eats, DoorDash, other Postmates, other delivery services. These jobs that people heavily depend on, once they're torn away, what will they do? We always think we have the ability to go make some money on the side. I'll just jump in the car, do some Uber rides and come back. What happens when they say no more? And all you have is your job or lack thereof. It's gonna be a mess. So once that starts falling apart, I think we're really going to start seeing some pain in the economy. But listen, I don't know when that's going to happen. I think it's going to happen soon, 8 months, 9 months from now, but that's all I can say.
He right, man. Don't rely on this stuff, man. People could just not want to buy food or not get rides no more. Times is already hard in the first place. Man, I'm telling you, look at this one. She is embarrassed.
As someone who left the 9-to-5 life about 7 months ago, there is not many things that embarrass me. Not many things at all that embarrass me. I mean, I come on TikTok and yap about anything and everything until I'm blue in the face. Like, there truly is not a lot that can embarrass me. But there is one thing that I am still slightly embarrassed about. And I'm going to share it with you like I share everything else. Okay? I still have this slight inkling of embarrassment about the fact that I have to work gig economy jobs and roles to supplement some of my income. And I know that this is something that is so stupid. I know it, but for whatever reason, because of the way that I learned to go to college, get a degree, do things the right way so that I could be set up for life, and then I ended up pretty much eating shit throughout my entire 20s. I know that I was spoon-fed a big-ass lie, but I still live with the remnants of what that societal pressure puts on people that are in my generation, and even people that are coming after me that still believe in the idea that getting a college degree is going to set you up for life. When the fact of the matter is, it really is not, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Society is not set up for you to succeed. Unfortunately, you have to pave your own way, right? But anyway, I'm saying all of this to say that even though it is still something that embarrasses me, I use my platform, TikTok, and just the gift of gab that I have, as exposure therapy. Because I know that the more that I talk about it, the more that I normalize it, the more that I make it an everyday part of my routine, the more that I show up consistently on TikTok and talk about it to my platform, to my people, to my community, the more normal it will become to me in my head, hopefully, and in my heart, that I am normal. I'm just like everyone else. And it's fine that I have to work sometimes jobs that I don't want to do in order to supplement my income, but I do it because I am afforded the privilege and the opportunity to be able to chase and pursue my dreams. However, it doesn't change the root, which is that it is inherently fucking embarrassing to say, yes, I am actively choosing to be broke in hopes that I will be scrappy enough, smart enough, innovative enough, I will be different enough in whatever industry it is that I am choosing to be in. I will stand out enough to make a difference and create the life that I know that I deserve. That is really hard work to do. And it takes persistence, and it takes fighting every day. And it takes unlearning and relearning and just learning and how to instill a newfound confidence in yourself that money cannot provide you. So I just want you to know that you're not alone. I'm right here with you. I literally wake up and I have this battle with myself every single day, and definitely on a weekly basis. I talk to myself like I'm a loser. I'm not gonna lie. I talk to myself like, what are you doing with your life? Why are you making this difficult? Why can't you be like everyone else? Why can't you just choose the normal route, the easy route? You have to make things so difficult for you, and we could just be getting a steady paycheck and accruing our PTO and having a normal life like every other 29-year-old in this world that has a college degree and that has some sense of normalcy in their life. But instead you choose the hard route. I have those conversations with myself on a weekly basis. It's really hard. A lot of weeks are harder than others too. But it takes a lot of retraining mentally to just even exist as an entrepreneur in a world that is not conducive for us. We are not welcomed in a lot of spaces. We don't fit in a lot of boxes. So you have to fight every day against those societal norms, the things that you were taught, the lies that you were fed. And anyway, I have to admit it. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that I have to do work in the gig economy, but hopefully I think that showing up here on my platform and talking about it in the ways that I do, I get a lot of positive feedback. I get a lot of people that say that I help them, that I'm giving them good advice, I'm helping them with tips and tricks, and that's all that I can hope for in the grand scheme of things, because that is ultimately my purpose in life.
Side hustles were never the problem. The idea that it was an easy shortcut to financial freedom was, because building a real business has always been hard. The internet just made it look easy. But this isn't the only dream that the internet sold people. If you thought side hustles were bad, wait until you see what happened to the off-the-grid dream.